Sports betting brother, and hey, bring it up, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Boyd, sports betting market analyst with OddsJam.com. We teach you how to bet like a pro using all the tools, all the data-driven information, all the market insights you can get your hands on at OddsJam. And today's topic is, what is CLV, closing line value? Now, that's very, very close to what we talked about in yesterday's video, which is positive EV. And we're going to cover those again, kind of tie them all together so you can understand the complete concept of what you have to have for value in sports betting. So here we go. All right, guys, before we get into CLV or closing line value, which really is the secret sauce to how you make a lot of money in sports betting, CLV is it. We're going to cover that here in a minute. But before we get into that, I want to remind you, using the promo code, the QR code I have on the screen here, you can use that to have 20% off using Boyd20, BOYD20. Get you 20% off your first 2 months of the subscription at OddsJam to get all this data, all this information, all the market insights to help you profit. And right now we're in football season, so what a beautiful time to use that as we get into basketball coming up very soon as well. So hopefully you enjoy that. Also, I want to remind you, if you have any questions or have anything you want me to cover or talk about in these videos, leave me a note down below. Happy to cover any topic or anything that you might have a question about or need some clarity on in sports betting. That's what we're here for. It's bet school. So here we go. Let's get on to CLV. All right, guys, closing line value is essentially the line or the odds at the start of the event. So let's say on Saturday a football game kicks off and the money line at that point in time is minus 150 for the money line wager that you want to bet on. Well, let's say on Tuesday you got in at minus 130. So that right there, you paid minus 130 and not minus 150. So you're getting the same bet, the same outcome at a better price. That has a positive EV. That's a real good thing. That's a positive closing line value situation. Let's say that you bought that at minus 160 or 165 on Tuesday, and now at Saturday it's down to 150. So now essentially you're holding a wager, you're holding a bet that you could have got at a better price if you had waited. So that's kind of the art and the science behind this, is determining when you want to get in on a particular wager. If you think it's going to go up and the line's going to move that way, you definitely want to get in early. In some cases you might want to wait, but these are helpful pieces of information as you watch the markets and kind of know what direction things are going, so you can make a decision very, very quickly. All right, guys, really CLV is buy low, sell high at the end of the day. And OddsJam, as I'll show you here in a minute, does all this tracking for you. It shows you how you're doing on acquiring these bets, acquiring these assets at a good price, at the best price. And it's amazing how, I've done examples of sports bettor A and sports bettor B, and they both did the same 10 games. They both won and lost the exact same games. But because player A, if they're using OddsJam, getting all the good data and all the information, the best pricing at the best times, they're going to come out ahead, and they have come out ahead mathematically, just profitability-wise, because they're getting the better price. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, is the value. And the value is all shown in OddsJam, and I'm going to take a look here and give you an idea of what I'm talking about. All right, guys, here we are at the OddsJam positive expected value page. This is the gold. This is where all the good stuff is. And you have the percent edge in the market for a particular wager. You have your bet size based upon your Kelly criterion that you put in your settings. And so basically you have a budget or an amount you want to put in there. It's going to calculate this for you based on the risk factor and the risk tolerance. So it's awesome because it tells you the amount of wager mathematically that benefits you the most based on the percent edge of value that you have over here. Here's the event date, the event itself. There's the bet type. There's first quarter money line here, Ball State plus 170. I typically don't like to go above 150 on some of these. So, you set your parameters and risk factors however you want to. But if I'm looking down here on a player prop bet, I'll go to 30 on a market width. And so this would be a bet that I probably would take definitely because it's a 3.72% market edge. I like that. And that's how you determine very, very quickly these wagers. You can see right there, I picked off 2. Now, let's say you wanted to actually, jump into the other markets and see what the other books are telling you. You can do that. OddsJam, when you click the event of your choice in the market, this is total points in the South Alabama Central Michigan game. It's going to show you all the different sports books and their pricing. And what's interesting is you can go in here and you can actually pull these up. I'm going to open it up and show you a screen that will show you the direction of the markets. And so as I open this up, it's going to tell me which direction the pricing is going, which is very, very cool. As I mentioned, it's going to show you the pricing here for different times. And so you can see here, obviously things change. Something happened in the market 3 hours ago. It was down at minus 102. Now it's at plus 106, and so now it's at minus 115. So what we're seeing here is the pricing change, which is really, really cool because this gives us some idea of direction that the markets are going. You can pull that up for all the different sports books. I like to pull up the Pinnacle lines because that's, again, the largest and sharpest sports books in the market. So you click on these, and it's going to show you the direction of the market, direction of the pricing for that individual sports book, which is great information to know. Great information. So you can also use information to see what they're doing. They were the same boat. Timing wise, they had pricing adjustments and pricing changes. So you can see what they're, having happen in their market. They're having this thing go up to minus 136. So this thing's gone up and up and up. And it's definitely been happening over the course of time, which lets you know, should I get in? Is it too late? Did I miss the boat? Should I wait? Is it going? What direction is it going? It's really good information to have when you're placing your wagers. Now, another cool thing is in the bet tracker I mentioned. This is actually my dashboard. It shows you here just the data that you can have for your daily, monthly, weekly information. Shows you if you're beating the CLV. So 57% of the time we're having good positive closing line value, okay, the number of bets, pending bets, so it tells you all the information you need to know and how you're doing also at the individual sports books. Shows you the profits and losses for each sports book, so doing well at different sports books and maybe struggling at other sports books. But it's good information to have so you can really study this and dig down deep to see where you're at and what you need to do to make adjustments. In the bet tracker, it also shows your closing line value here. So what you want to have is typically a lot of green, okay? So we got in on some wagers here, nice and green, nice and early. The market changes, this Colts line changed a little bit. So, if we'd have waited, we'd have got that at a tiny bit better price. That's good to know. If we want to hedge this or get back out of it later on at a different time, these are all pending wagers I have coming up, okay? But you can see, and there's a lot of them. This is a lot of large numbers, but you can see here some of the recent ones where we had even some red. It was a bad closing line value. We still won the bet. That typically doesn't happen. You can also see where it's green, and sometimes you have a price change. It's a very minor price change. Actually lost that bet. So typically the thing you want to have is as much green as possible as you're getting in on the best bet at the best price to maximize and squeeze every bit of profit out of that. You can see here, as you scroll down, you have a wide range of bets that, give you the data to help you determine what sports book, where you want to be, market-wise, whether it's mainline bets, player props, how you're doing, where you're doing good at, where you're doing bad at. And this closing line value is really the gold. It's really the secret sauce of how you make money. It's value, value, value. Hopefully this helps you a lot. All right, guys, there you go. CLV closing line value. Buy low, sell high. Gives you an idea of when you should buy, maybe when you should hold. And, direction of what bet, what sports book, what price, and if that maybe has gone too far, the ship has gone too far, there's no longer any value in that potential wager. But it's good to kind of track and know this and use this tool to your advantage. You couldn't do this on your own. It's impossible to have all this data coming to you. So I highly encourage you to get involved and use the OddsJam to understand the markets, the top-down approach, the concepts that are going to make you more money than trying to understand what the shortstop had for lunch. So please help yourself out and make it easy on yourself to be profitable betting on sports. It's kind of fun when you make money. So anyway, hey, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and appreciate you stopping by. Let's go make some mathematical money.